I didn't know what to title this, but I'm just gonna go on my little rant, man. It seems like a lot of these legendary IPs they get hijacked, man. That's what I want to say. They get hijacked, and they're only the IPs, the legendary IPs that we know in name. That's all. It seems like nowadays, it's just they're only the IPs we know in name, and then we actually read this new content, whether it be comics or books or movies. And, you know, whatever way we consume it, it's never the source material. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for writers being daring. I'm a writer myself, but um, I write my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I write original stuff. So, um, with that being said, if you're gonna write, I feel like if you're gonna write something that's already a legendary IP, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pull from that IP, man. You gotta pull from that pool of substance that the IP already has, man. You can't just hijack it and then sacrifice a story just so you can tell some type of political message. You know what I'm saying? I think that's whack, man. That's absolutely whack sauce. I think it should be more of a situation where you need to be um, cognizant of the fact that this is an IP that's already been built up. You know, um, people are expecting a certain type of integrity, a certain type of skill, and a certain type of care. And there needs to be that concern of, okay, I know the weight of this story. I know the integrity of this character. I know I know what this means to people. So I want to give them the best story I can possible with respect to what um, this character is about. You know what I'm saying? I for one, I like when character. I mean, I like when writers are daring with characters, putting them in different situations. Circumstances, whatever have you. But with that being said, I still want respect to be paid to the source material. You know what I'm saying? Um, Too many times, I avoid. That's why I'm picky with my stories. By the way, I avoid some of these new IPs because it seems like the integrity of the story is sacrificed and it's made a footnote just so political messages can be told. And the thing is, political messages can always be told in stories. I like having substance in my stories, but at the not at the expense of the story being good, of a good story. You know what I'm saying? Of the story having integrity. The story should never be a footnote to a political message. Never. It should never be that way. You know what I'm saying? The great writers, the great comic writers, you know, they always found a way to, insert all the messages in a very seamless way. Where it feels like now it's just so blatant, and it lacks skill. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you can tell you can that's the thing. If you have a good story, man, you can, as far as telling a message, you can get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have a political, if you don't have a good story, then no one gives a damn about your political message, right? You know, and it's just, I just look at it, and all these IPs, all these legendary IPs are just getting hijacked from people that don't really care about the source material. They more so care about, you know, trying to tell people how to feel, how to tell people how to think, and it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.